good morning vlog. I just spent an hour on hold to do something that took 30 seconds over the phone. And I had to call. Well, that is done. I feel so good. So what I want to do is meal prep some dessert and clean out my fridge and get that all organized to make some healthy meals later in the week. But specifically, I want to make some chia seed pudding. I love chia seed pudding, but I don't know, for some reason it just in my head has become like a breakfast, but I don't like sweet breakfast. So I said, why not meal prep it and have it for desserts? Because after dinner, I always want like a little tasty smack roll, something sweet. So I'm gonna make some chocolate and chocolate chip chia seed pudding. Good morning vlog. I am currently out in Raymond, Washington. Get my face mask. I'm at a gas station. I'm gonna fill up on some gas and then get a water and a drink. But it should be a pretty rainy and wet day today. I am going to be spending the day down in the southern Washington coast. It is so cold. I have my jacket, I just didn't want to put it on, put it off, but whew. I'm at the Columbia River and there are some shipwrecks here. Very interesting. I went to check out a couple other shipwrecks on the drive here, but one that I'd known they had moved and the other one just looked pretty, I don't know, gross. There's another famous shipwreck in Oregon just on the other side of the Columbia River, and that one is like over like 150 years old and it's like really cool. I won't be getting there today, but I do like a shipwreck. This one's pretty neat, but also just like not in a really good area to explore. So yeah. I am east of Cape Disappointment, just a hair east of it, and I'm hoping once I get onto the other side where it's the actual open ocean that there might be some breakup of the clouds and we can get some sunlight for some colors. So I am doing a high tide shot of one lighthouse at Cape Disappointment, and then I want to do a time lapse for sunset at the other in hopes that that makes some good colors, but who knows.
Just another. Please, just another.
I should have brought gloves. My hands are really starting to hurt. Oh god, that's a silly mistake on my part. I think it's just gonna be pretty cloud cover gray around here. It's just shy of 2 o'clock, which is high tide. I'm gonna make it down to that beach. I think it's called Waikiki Beach, and set up for some high tide shot. But actually, I'm gonna have a little snack. Driving around, there's like a whole bunch of really cute towns around here. Chinook was pretty cute, Ilwaco, and it just kind of made me think about wanting to take slower trips like this. Maybe turning this into like an overnight trip and trying to think about doing that more often rather than like a day trip. Especially in the winter time when you have such little sunlight. And that would give me time to look at museums and different cafes, which at this time I am avoiding because of just the contagion. But in the future, it'd be nice to, I don't know, kind of feel like you live in the town for a little bit. Have my laptop and do some work and take pictures and really be able to take my time with sunrises and sunsets. I do like driving around a lot, but on this trip in January always like feels very difficult. Like it's constantly cold and wet. Today's the 5th, which is the day that my mom passed away. Her ashes are in the ocean, and every year on the 5th I like to go out and visit her in the ocean, and specifically the open ocean if I can manage it. And this will be year 6, and I'd say probably about half of the years I've gotten sunshine. 2 years ago I came and did Cape Disappointment on like a beautiful sunny day and really got to enjoy just how beautiful it is out there. But I don't mind the rain. I am pretty cold and tired and, you know, not very inspired to walk around and do all of that, but I think it is pretty in its own way, and it's also challenging photographically, and I need to push myself to do that. I also need to get better understanding of how waterproof my gear is. I feel like I don't take care of it correctly, so I need to do that. I'm gonna go down to Waikiki Beach. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. That's the shot where everybody gets those crazy waves, and try and catch a good high tide ocean wave. Everything is just wet. I am soaked. Take care of Willow, you. Everything is just covered in rain. It was kind of like hail sleeting earlier. I think I hung out here for about 45 minutes. It is just so pretty. It is, and thankfully my hands weren't that cold. I believe where I was before was a little bit higher, so a bit windy, which means probably the other lighthouse is going to be pretty windy. But yeah, I think I got some really good shots. It was very, very pretty, very cool to watch. I mean, like, I'm just watching it right now. Like, you could just stay here all day and watch it. Or at least I could. I love the ocean. So I see like 1 or 2 thick clouds out there, but I'm not hopeful that there'll be any sort of breakage to get the sun out. Ooh, big one. Oh! Are you serious? And then there's another one. That one was gorgeous. It's always how it is. Just always how it is. I could have just waited 5 more minutes. Oh, here grabs another one. Here, I guess I can show you. Does zero justice. And now you're all fogged again. I think it would be fantastic to come out here on a super windy day. That way you still get all of the sunset colors or whatever sky colors. It's not just gray. But the wind storms and winter storms are from like November to January. So now is the time to come, but that's when it's going to be super cloudy. Anyway, oh my god, I can't believe I just missed that big one. I'm like kicking myself. I gotta get out of here because otherwise I'm just going to sit here all day waiting for something big like that to happen again. Such an interesting shade of red. The waves crashing? Whoa. It was definitely the wind I was hearing, so that's good. It stopped raining over here. I mean, maybe just a little bit, but definitely not as heavy as it was before. But look at this beauty. That's the angle. I hope the camera mic can do some justice on the audio. God, it's just crazy how loud those waves are. Those must be just so heavy, and it's so beautiful here. I think doing a time lapse here wouldn't really do anything. The sky's pretty gray. I'm not getting a lot of water shots, and even kind of like that sped up water look isn't really cool in a time lapse. And now it's starting to drizzle a bit, so I'm gonna head back to the car and then go home. I'm cold. Sunday, and I wanted to pop on to do another little kind of getting ready and kind of, I don't know, just chat a little bit. I love this detangler. Using a detangler makes me feel like a child, but it feels so, it's so helpful, and it smells really good. I'm almost out, but I'm definitely gonna buy another bottle, and this lasted me like forever. Put my hair back. And then I want to do a little skincare because we are going out. If you watched last week's video, it's going to be the same routine of vitamin C, collagen, moisturizer, and sunscreen. So we're going on a walk today. Today's like the first sunny, beautiful day. It has been pouring a lot recently. There has been like huge flooding. Oh my God, I didn't even tell you about my drive home from the beach on Wednesday. I went through so much snow. Oh my God, that it was just not like a fun drive for probably like an hour, because I was going through like, not like back roads, but you know, just less populated, less you know, built up interstates. I was just going through like a country highway that, like, you know, was very dark, no street lights, and was, you know, pretty curvy and mountainy, and then there was just all this snow everywhere. And I just feel like my Prius, just because it's so short to the ground, like does not do very well at lights. I really want to look into getting brighter lights, especially, I talked about this in my road trip vlog when I hit the deer. I just feel like my lights aren't really doing what they need to, so that's something that I really want. I don't know if it's possible. Like, I don't know if it's the light's fault or if it's just the design of the car being so small. Just thinking about all the things that I want to do with like travel and adventuring, like I really am like, I'm really feeling a desire to get a more appropriate vehicle. You know, one that has higher clearance, better tires, and four-wheel drive and all that stuff. But right now that's not in the cards. But you can't. So I was really just so happy once I hit like the 5 major, you know, once I got to like Olympia and there was just street lamps and, you know, a more well taken care of road, and I was just out of snowy territory. I specifically chose not to go down towards Portland because by that highway and Mount St. Helens, Centralia, that whole thing had giant storm advisories on it. So I was like, I will not go over there. But I still got some silly snow. But yeah, it's I feel like anytime I open up my phone and look at any sort of news, local news, there's just crazy flooding or people are stranded in the pass. There was a huge dumping of snow in Snoqualmie Pass, people being stranded in the pass, and Leavenworth having historic snowfall. Like, it's just been a lot of weather. So long and short to say that today is a nice sunny day. Made sure to really get that sunscreen in. I had some extra plans this week, but we decided to cancel them just with some friends having COVID scares or flu. There's some sort of flu going around. Thankfully, none of my friends have tested positive, which has been nice, but I think we all are trying to be more cautious, and we've returned to doing Zoom hangouts. Brittany and I watched a movie, and we were on the phone together. We watched The Power of a Dog, which it's a very quiet movie, so I think it might have been better to have done in person, or, you know, not to do together as a group, because it was a very quiet movie, and I didn't realize until halfway that, oh, maybe we should put on subtitles, which was like a good idea, because that really helped, because Brittany and I were confused just because we couldn't really hear what was going on. But I really liked the film, and the more I think about it, the more I liked it. Very slow pace, but I'm also curious if I would have enjoyed the pacing if I could hear what the people were saying at the beginning. Yeah, it's interesting going back to Zoom hangouts. Yeah, just with these variants being super contagious, it's just not very like enticing to do things in person. A part of me is happy that we are kind of just trying to be more cautious and do like Zoom hangouts again, but it is like a flashback, like, wow. I don't know, it's just been interesting. Happy that my friends are down to do Jackbox Zoom calls. Because it's nice to see them and chat with them and hang out with them as well. Okay, so I am ready. My sunscreen should be fully absorbed. So I'm gonna go on that walk and enjoy the Seattle sun while it's here for a little bit.